Da da da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Hi guys, and welcome on back to another episode of Unorthoblocks. I have been a little bit busy again. I've basically just repeated what we did. I didn't really see the point in putting it into a time lapse because you watched me literally do it in the last episode. So I've just repeated that pattern over here. I've extended the flooring over here to match the right size, and I have filled out the background base wall there as well, so we've got the same thing on either side at the moment, which means we have got the blank templates to work off of, and I'm hoping that today we can get a little bit of that work done. That would be great. So I decided as well that it's about high time I started dealing with this as well, and things went terribly wrong. As you can see, my zombie, aptly named Colin. I say this every single time. There is a fantastic B movie called Colin about a zombie, and it's filmed from the zombie's perspective. The film's terrible. I always say it's fantastic. The film's absolutely terrible, but if you like B movies and you like little horror pop type things, it's fantastic. So yeah, just watch it. It's called Colin. It's only got one L though, not two. Yeah, he swapped places with this villager here. This villager managed to get down here, and there's a minecart there. He managed to get down there, and there's a minecart there. And there is a whole bunch of minecarts that have wound up all over the place. There's actually not any down there. I thought some went down there. There's a load down here. Basically, what happened, I don't really understand. I think it was like, just like a server jog, I guess. Other way, it didn't end well for us. Everybody came down at once, and they all piled into one entity, and there's still two guys up here actually, but yeah, they all piled into one entity. They was all inhibiting one spot. Must have been just underneath the cap for entity cramming, and it just exploded. Like everything exploded. There was minecarts over here. I come to try and break them, which then launched it over to here, and yeah, you can just see where it just went off down there. And through it all, somehow this swap over wound up happening. My zombie managed to get off of his pedestal into a minecart, and this dude managed to get out of his minecart and onto the pedestal. Like, I just don't understand. I have the worst luck with villagers, I swear I have the worst luck with villagers. Anyway, all of that aside, we've done alright. We've managed to fill this out quite a bit. Finally started getting to the stonemasons, and yeah, that's where we completely ran out. I am having a few issues with a couple of these villagers where they don't want to take any jobs. Mainly it's these librarians. So this guy, he's like, nah, not doing it. He's not doing it, and he's not doing it. But that's not the end of the world, because over here I do have a couple of librarian villagers, so I could just swap these guys in, and then that should be fine. I think these ones are fairly decent as well. Feather Falling 4, Piercing 3. What do you have? Flame. Oh, apparently not. Apparently they're not very good. Anyway, we don't... It's not the librarians we're interested in anyway. There's enough bookshops on the server to satiate our needs. And yeah, we still have a few villagers, luckily, left over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, these guys aren't locked into their profession. I've never traded with them, so... there's another 9 villagers here that we can move over and get into our little trading system. I might, funnily enough, after all this said and done, I might actually have to do a little bit more breeding. So let's see how many more I actually need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We need 19 more villagers. So that means I actually need 10 more to come through. Okay, that's fine. We can make this happen. I've just got to not forget about this like I did last time. Just block that up so no zombies can get in. So, oh wait, is there more than I thought there? I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, hopefully this guy will start chucking some seeds or carrots or whatever at these guys, and they're gonna make little babies. I know this isn't set up the way it's supposed to be. This whole thing fell apart a long time ago. Anyway, I think it's probably, well, actually no, I'm not even gonna waste my time doing it, because there's not been that much time between my last episode and this one. Well, this one's starting anyway. It probably will be by the end of the episode. But yeah, I was going to say I'm going to go to the shopping district and have a look over there, but I know pretty much that the server's been a little bit quiet over the past couple of days, which is fine. Everyone has lives, everyone's got things to do, and I'm not normally as active as I've been able to be this week. So we are probably going to be going off to cut some wood, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm really not looking forward to cutting all of the wood. So, after scratching my head for a little while, I came up with this ingenious tree farm design, and it's fantastic. I don't know why I was putting it off. It's really not taken that long. I think I've spent about half hour. I've managed to get a full shulker's worth of dark oak, which completely helps all of our bottleneck issues. It means we can keep going a little bit, and it just doesn't take very long. I don't know what it is about cutting down trees, but yeah, I'm just not too keen on it. Something else that I did do, schematica. I keep opening, I keep picking up sticks and it scrolls through schematica, which is quite irritating. But yeah, I also cleared out a load of more space down here, so we have more unintentional mob farmage going on, which is great. I mean, it's fun to just stand here and shoot arrows at them, but actually it's kind of handy at the moment that we have this here, because it's meant that some of the areas, like on the opposite side of this wall and this wall, where loads of mobs have been spawning, they've actually instead been spawning down here, which has been quite nice and quite handy. We're getting there. We are getting there. It's kind of handy that this has taken a bit of time. I'd say I did way less than a quarter. We're just over halfway now, which is good. So I might just at some point just finish it off and clear the entire rest of the space out in one big go. But yeah, we are close. I've actually changed my mind on the storage system that I'm going to use. I've found one that basically saves so much space, and it is such a clever design. I don't understand how pretty much any of it works. I'm sure I could if I wanted to spend the time to sit down and look at it and properly work it out. But I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to. But I am going to build it, and it's going to be super handy. There's actually 3 different storage type rooms that I'm going to be doing. So if I jump down here, I can sort of explain it a little bit. So from the central point here, it will take you into our main block room. So it's going to be each row of chests is going to be broken down by stone bricks, cobblestone, and all of those sorts of things. And yeah, all of them are going to wind up in one lot of a storage system. And then on the left hand side, all of the farms that I intend to have here are all going to feed into it, and it's like a shulker loading system. But it also has space for let's get rid of these sticks. It also has space for a chest that you can just grab just one stack of the item if you want. You don't have to take a full shulker. And over on this side, it's just going to be a standard chest room, divided up by armor types, just for spare tools and all of that sort of random stuff that you wind up getting your hands on. But yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty cool way to actually store all of our items. I'm just trying to make sure that I get back as many of these dark oak saplings as I possibly can, because I don't want to have to go and gather up more. Anyway, I think we have messed around for long enough hunting all of this stuff down. I need to gather together some more items just so that I can get them in a nice easy spot to get on with it. But we need to drop down here and actually start building up these walls. Also, this is a pretty decent view to re-ask that question. Orange light, blue light, orange light, blue light. I think the blue light, it's so moody. I think it does add like a nice effect. But obviously the orange light is going to produce more light and it's going to make things easier for everyone to look at and probably a better experience for you guys. Anyway, time lapse. Bye. So, there we have one tiny segment of this wall build done. That took a while. That really took a while, and you have to properly back up to be able to actually see it. My inventory is an absolute shambles at the moment. I am using Lightmatica to sort of help me get this built up because I just feel like I would make so many mistakes without it. But if we fly on up here and have a bit of a look, yeah, you can sort of see what's going on. We definitely, I think, need to get a bit more lighting going on. But we'll see what happens once we get everything else filled in, because I do have plans to get some lighting hanging from around there along this level as well, which should be pretty cool. And that is using this little technique as well, where you flick a lever down and attach chains to it and then attach the lantern on the bottom. And yeah, I think that comes out looking really cool. But I love this design, and it breathes so much more life into this base as well. I'm really sort of excited to get this spread all of the way across, but it takes a lot of resources. Even just building up this one section here, that took a little bit of time, not too much. But what I think I'm gonna do for the time being, so that we can get used to it, is probably build it up to this point here and then call it quits for a bit. So yeah, I am gonna do that, and then we can jump back on and have another little looky. But yeah, I'm so happy with it to be able to actually see my base sort of becoming an actual base, rather than just like this empty hollow shell sort of thing. I really need to start building the mountain around the outside as well. Got to get that going, but that shouldn't be too bad, he says now, knowing that it's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. Just as a side note, I've realised that I really need to get a pop filter. I never used to have this problem, but for some reason now, I say my B's and my P's a little bit more powerful than I used to, so every now and then you get this, like, horrible windy sound come through, and I do apologise for that one, but yeah, I will look into getting a pop filter, and that should hopefully save us a little bit. I love it. I really love this design. Boo 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 doo boo doo boo 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 boo. Cool, so some more time has passed and I've built up to the point that I said I was going to build up to, and I think it is looking really cool. I'm actually super happy to have made a decent chunk of progress, and the thing is, I don't necessarily have to stop here. I could keep going. I've actually, like, all of these boxes here contain everything that is required to actually make this, and that's actually an empty shulker box. So I've actually got enough to sort of keep going, but also at the same time I kind of want to sit on it, you know? I want to sit on the design. I've had it in my creative world for a little while, but it's a little bit different. You kind of build it in a test world and go, yeah, okay, that looks good. But then you don't actually play with it. One thing, or well, you don't see it that often. One thing that is definitely staying is these dark oak supports. No matter what, they are staying, because I feel like it adds a lot to the upper section, which is still very, very grey. Which I'm actually happy to leave that like that. So it sort of like gives the build two different layers. We're going to have, obviously this is going on the other side as well. So we've got all of this, which is high detail looking walls. Still need to add the bits in there, and there's some stuff to add in there as well actually. And then on the lower section is sort of like where the main hall is, I guess. And there's going to be like loads of colour down there based on what you're seeing there. That does repeat, so all of that gets repeated over on this side, over there, and over there. And then I've got a massive door design to go in there, which is actually pretty much the same as the one out the front. I think there's a few differences there. And yeah, I'm super happy to start seeing the base actually coming along. This does take a long time to build though. I'm sure there are quicker ways I could go about doing it than what I am doing. I'm kind of going layer by layer and building it up like that. I know that there are quicker ways that I can build it, but doing it this way just means that I don't sort of miss anything. I don't place any blocks in the wrong place or any of that sort of stuff. I wonder how high this wall actually is. So up to these stairs, we are on wire level 87, and down here is wire level 56. So who can do quick maths? So it is 31 blocks high. I didn't do quick maths. I stopped and opened a calculator. And then if we go from here, at the moment 844 all the way down to here 801, so that is what, 43 blocks. So 43 blocks wide, 43 by 31, what's that? I don't know why I'm doing this maths, sometimes I just like doing it. 1333. For the majority, this wall is at least 2 thick. So that's 2666, and then I guess we could plus half again because there is still more there. So that's 4,000 blocks. It's only 4. No, that doesn't make it sound that much at all, really. Yeah, I mean 4,000. Once we get the whole lot in, that's 16,000 blocks. I guess it is actually quite a bit to be building, especially when you're sort of like chopping and changing what blocks you're using and all of that sort of stuff. The reason this is left bare on the end here is because obviously we need the wall coming down there, and I still haven't worked out how I'm going to be connecting everything together just yet. So yeah, there's still some work to be doing. Right, what do I want to do now? I want to walk away from here for a little while. It's very, very dark, so I'm going to go somewhere else and we're going to do something else. So I decided to dig because I kind of really, really want to get this storage system going. I just need to get it done. This is such a big dig project, but the good news is we've shaved a decent amount of that section off. Obviously I've still got to do it a few more times, so next time I'm done we'll be at that level, and then we'll be at that level, and then so basically I've got 1, 2, well, basically I've got 3 more times to do it, and it's not really taking all too long. Maybe that section there took about half hour, I think. So yeah, it's not too bad. I also decided to finally light all of that up because I was getting pretty sick to death with fighting all the mobs. Problem is, all 5 of my pickaxes are pretty much done for now, so I might actually go and repair them before I continue, but hopefully when we're done we will have this completely cleared out. And then I think I'm going to get a material list and start... oh god. Yeah, get a materials list and start collecting everything I need to build the actual build, which I might actually be able to show you. I have a lot of random schematics in here these days. That's if I can even find it. It had like a bit of a weird name. And junk. I don't know what that one is. And these are all tree schematics that I just really need to delete. I haven't used tree schematics for a very, very long time. Warped wing or tree farm. No. Oh yeah, that tree farm was just way too complicated. Oh, there you go. Practical miss. Yeah, so it's by Meta Milo. You should definitely check him out. But I'll link everything once we actually start building it. But yeah, I can come in here and I can see all of the blocks I need to actually build it. The only thing I'm really interested in is getting all of the actual redstone components. So you can see how much is going into this actually. There is a lot. 274 observers, 142 droppers, a bunch of comparators. It's actually it's not that bad really. There's even a composter in there. There's a lot of really technical redstoney things that I don't fully understand at all that go into it. But anyway, we will talk more about that when we actually build it. For now, I need to fix my gear and get back to digging. I should probably drop off some of these items. Also, I have a problem with the amount of stone that I've got now. We've actually overflowed into 3 sections. So yeah, I mean, we are stocking up. And I need to return this elytra. In fact, I've got a whole bunch of elytras that need to be returned. Because I keep dying without having a bed. So I'm really glad that I set that up. I have no excuses for what keeps happening to me. And I really need to start bringing these things back, because this is getting ridiculous. So that's 13 creeper deaths now. Nah, in all seriousness, this actually took a hell of a lot longer than I expected it to. A hell of a lot longer than I made it sound like it was going to take. But the most important thing is that it is done, and that is fantastic. I mean, it's almost done. We've still got to remove that top layer, but obviously we're still using that at the moment because our current storage system is sat up there. Yeah. So I think the next step for us is every now and then I actually manage to land on these, and I'm slowly removing all the floating blocks. But yeah, I think it's about time we collected some redstone. I'm actually gonna collect each department's pieces essentially, so I'm just gonna be able to have it all laid out in front of the section where it's gonna be, and yeah, everything should be nice and easy from there. As I say, we're not building the storage system today, but we are gonna collect the resources. How dare that dirt. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to removing that top 2 layers. Yeah, the top 2 layers. That, I think, is going to be a bit of a pain. But anyway, I need to get a bunch of shulkers set up, I think. We'll have a section here, and a section over here. This is going to be the least resource effective. In fact, actually, I probably don't even need to do one for there, because it's essentially just chests that are going in there and some armor stands. So, without further ado, it is collection time. Just as a side note for the amount of resources we've got, this has been running the entire time I've been digging. So I've been digging for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So you got about an hour and a half to 2 hours of hopper speed transfer coming out of these chests, and as you can see, all of these are still pretty much loaded to the brim. Where is our stone at? So yeah, this has slowly been trickling in, and that is almost full, and I've had enough of mobs for today. I've died more times than I care to talk about. Let's get back to those creepers. Where did we wind up in the end? 14, so they got me another 2 times. Pro. I am an absolute pro at this game. Yeah, you can't get me from up here. I can just pick you off one at a time. You know, I was just looking at this and I've had a really dumb idea. A really dumb idea. But again, you know, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think after I tell you what my idea is. We could actually just turn this area here into a giant mirror, which would require the rebuilding in an upside down manner. I don't know that I really like that idea. I kind of do like that idea though. That's the problem. I mean, we wouldn't have to rebuild the whole thing, would we? We just have to get the perception right to see that. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. That might be more work than I'm willing to bite off. Yeah, let me know what you think, because it's an interesting idea. It's just practicality. I mean, it took me forever to just get this far, let alone just building a mirror down here and rebuilding all of it. It'd be quite interesting though. That's the thing. I think it would be quite interesting. Maybe. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. It is just about dawning on me how long this is going to take. So, I have been collecting. I've been building up and getting everything that we need. It's not enough. Even this isn't enough chests. I actually need more chests, and then I need even more chests to make hoppers and all of that sort of stuff as well. But yeah, I figured it makes more sense if I just sort of do this in between episodes. So, hope you've enjoyed. Catch you next time.